Hi, welcome to PageStarter. I am Lisa Furland, and I'm so glad you're here. Today, I'm going to talk about something that I think is, my biggest struggle, but also a huge struggle that I see for the female authors in my life. Really, every woman in my life actually has admitted to struggling with this in some way, shape, or form. And I think it is because we routinely underestimate ourselves. And I have dealt with a number of authors who struggle with confidence, self-worth, self-doubt. And so I'm calling this Stress Detox for Creative Confidence. Maybe for creativity and confidence. I don't know. So we are going to go on a stress detox for creative confidence. And the end result of this, we are going to not worry about. So we're not going to worry about the end result of this detox. It's really the journey. The journey is the destination. Okay, so a stress detox for creative confidence. The goal here, and I just told you to let go of the goal, but the goal of this stress detox is to cleanse our souls of every worry, doubt, fear, concern, issue that is stopping us from even getting started. So whatever it is that you want to start, whether that be a book, whether that be a chapter, whether that be a podcast, whether that be a blog, whatever you want to start, whatever you feel most deeply connected to, we are going to start on this stress detox for creative confidence. That is what we're going to do. And I've written down the steps. Now, all of what I'm about to discuss has been influenced by three people. Megan McGrath, who came up with this, she called this an anxiety cleanse. I changed the name a little bit to include because we're going to have a creativity and confidence as the end result. Also, Ash Hamilton, and she influenced this greatly, and Sam the therapist also influenced this. I'm going to link to all of them in the show notes. You can go follow them, watch their videos, and support them as artists and coaches and therapists and mindset people because they're wonderful. Okay. So what we're going to do on this stress detox is going to take 3 months. We're going to give ourselves 3 months to fully cleanse and change the way our brain thinks about worries, concerns, or any type of blocks, especially around finances. This is a huge, huge issue with the authors I work with because we deal with crowdfunding and finances, and there's a lot of money hangups that we have to go through. So we're going to clear away all worry, doubt, fear, lack, any sort of scarcity. We're going to get rid of it. We're not going to worry about it. Okay, so we're going to start on April 1st, which is just right around the corner. So join with me. I'm going to be going through this too because I have so many projects that I have been holding myself back from because of, fear of being seen, fear of failure, fear, whatever, all the fears. We are going to start on April 1st. We are going to have a check-in point on May 15th where we check in with our fears and concerns, and then we're going to finish by June 30th. So whatever project you want to get started on, we are going to go full force for the next 3 months, starting April 1st. And throughout this process, we are going to change the way that we talk to ourselves. We're going to change our inner thoughts and our inner worries. We're going to change the way we communicate with those concerns and feelings, because feelings are there to protect us, to help us cope with various situations, with various fears. And when it comes to thoughts and worries and concerns around lack, around doing anything that's outside of our comfort zone, really what we end up doing is we end up holding ourselves back from even creating it in the first place. So it's like, oh, that's scary out there. You don't want to go out there. You could get hurt. And how we're going to respond, how we are going to change the dialogue that we have with ourselves is when this concern comes up and it's a big red flag blaring sign. Don't do it, Lisa. They're going to think you're ridiculous. Don't do it. What we're going to do is we're going to say, hey, I hear you, fear, concern, and I love you. Thank you for trying to protect me. Thank you so much. And we're going to sit with it for a moment and truly give it love. Truly give it love. Say, I love you, fear. Thank you so much for trying to protect me. But I'm going to do this anyway. And I will check in with you again on May 15th. That's our check-in point. And you can write your worry down in your calendar on your May 15th calendar appointment. So put it on the calendar and say, I love you, fear. I appreciate you for trying to protect me and take care of me. But I'm going to talk to you on May 15th. We will revisit this and I will give you attention then. Right now, I need to keep creating and I need to keep doing what I'm doing. So we love. So this is where Ash Hamilton talks about loving your fear, loving your issues around scarcity or lack, and saying, not just acknowledging, not pushing down, not going to battle with our feelings, loving our feelings and loving ourselves, even loving that deepest, darkest, most scared person within us, because that's probably some hidden trauma. And this is where Sam the therapist comes in. Go visit her page. This is where it's probably some childhood or inner child issue that is rearing its head that we haven't addressed yet and we can't address when we're in create mode. And these are feelings that absolutely derail the creative process. So we can't allow them to stop us. So what we're going to do is we're going to respond with love and kindness to ourselves, because our feelings are part of ourselves. They do not make us who we are, but we are feeling them. And we will address them at check-in point. Okay. The next step we're going to do is we are going to identify what it is we want to create that we have been not creating because of these fears. Again, that can be anything: a book, a podcast, a website, pottery, stained glass, whatever creative pursuit you want to pursue. Since this is PageStarter, it's probably a book or a collection of poems or your memoir, whatever it is, you're going to work on it. Full speed ahead, no brakes, all gas for the next 3 months. And if you don't really know what it is that you want to create, a good question to ask yourself is, what will I be upset with myself if I don't do this? If I know I want to do it and I've been holding myself back, so what is it that I will be upset if I don't create at the end of this? Okay. And then the next step we're going to do is we are going to put any self-doubt or worry into the project itself. And so it's, again, we're not pushing it away. We're not acknowledging it. We're saying, hey, you're going to go in the project. I'm having this doubt. I'm feeling it. And I'm just going to keep creating anyway. We're just going to keep creating. And you will see that worry and concern becomes less of a worry or a concern once you start creating. So when I started doing this podcast, I was worried about what's the best way for me to record? What's the best way for me to optimize my process? What's the best way for me to edit? And actually, when you just start doing, all of those worries kind of disappear. They fall by the wayside because you just start doing it and you realize they weren't really huge concerns in the first place because you figure it out. It becomes part of the process. So that is it. You just start doing. And then the final stage is you make and publish your work. This is where the confidence comes in. So this is, our stress detox for creative confidence. So we are allowing our creativity to flourish, and the confidence comes in making and publishing what we are doing as we are doing it. So as you are creating whatever it is you are creating, routinely publish the progress that you are making on that thing. So whether that be your book, again, your website, your blog, your knitting project, whatever it is, you are going to routinely share it, not with any end result in mind, not to get followers, not to get likes, not to do any of that, just to get in the habit of sharing. Okay, that's all. We are just going to create and focus on the creation, focus on creating the whatever we're making, focus on releasing blocks and no longer blocking our creativity, and then get in the habit of publishing and sharing. And at the end of 90 days, you will be somewhere different. than where you are on April 1st. It's guaranteed. It's guaranteed. You may not be where you think you are. You may set out on April 1st and we may end up somewhere completely different on June 30th, and that's okay. But we will be somewhere different because we will be creating and doing, and we will no longer be holding ourselves back, and we will no longer be underestimating what we can do in 90 days. So that's it. I hope you will join me on this stress detox for creative confidence. Let me know what you plan on working on. And again, go visit Megan McGrath, Ash Hamilton, and Sam the Therapist. I'm going to link their accounts in the show notes so that you can follow these lovely creators. And yeah, let's do this together and let's achieve great things.